Hello everyone and welcome back to our Agartha campaign. We have a bunch of summons that went off at the top of the round. As always, we get to look at the Enlivened Sentinel, which I'm really curious to see how they are. Our first battle is going to be Pangia versus us in the Hawk Swamp. They're coming at us with a very small group of centaurs versus just our troglodytes. But our troglodytes should win because they can trample? Yeah, right? Centaurs are size 3? Yeah, okay. Well, let's see if it works out that way, though. Oh, they didn't actually kill any of the centaurs with their high hit points. Come on. Nice. Yes. Wow, we got lucky. Whew. Whew. That could have went either way. And we still ended up losing 8. Oh, no, that was them. We lost 3 troglodytes. Whew. It's a good thing I moved the troglodyte trainer in that province last turn to gather up the troglodytes that were sitting there, because they would have just ran at the start of the fight there. Alright, Scalaria versus Bandar Log in 9th tier arena. Oh boy. That is a lot of legionnaires. It's like Praetorian Guard, a lot of tribal warriors, some slingers, which don't really matter. Archers versus... we got some Sacred Tigers, Bandar Warriors, basic infantry, a couple elephants here and there. I don't know. I think it kind of depends on how much damage these elephants can do to the enemy legionnaires. In a straight-up fight, I think the legionnaires win, but with the elephants trampling them, I think it's possible for Bandar Log to pull this one out. I mean, plus they have some Sacred Tigers at the front, which are pretty cool units, though I don't think they're blessed. Yeah. I don't think Bandar Log has been blessing their Sacred troops at all, which, of course, is a terrible thing. But what are you going to do? It's not like I can give the orders to Bandar Log like, yo, you need to bless your troops, people. Unfortunately, the elephants cannot get through the front line at this point, so that is bad, but... I guess I was wrong. Maybe they weren't even needed. Half of the legionnaires have been routed already. Well... I don't know. I still think this battle can go either way. Oh my god. Yep. So those elephants did nothing. Half of Bandar Log's army is retreating. There it is. Yep. Darn. If those elephants could have got around and done some trample damage to the front line of the Scalaria would have been crushed probably, and then Bandar Log would have won, but that did not happen. Another fight between Scalaria and Bandar Log, this time with a bunch of undead. A couple legionnaires. When I say legionnaires, I'm just, generic term, obviously, because these are Triarius, there are Velites, Praetorian Guard. I just call them all legionnaires, in case you're wondering. I know that they are not all called legionnaires. Just to clear that up. Oh, Bandar Log has absolutely zero chance of winning that one. Us versus Scalaria in Morocco. Let's hope they did not move an army in here this turn. Alright, so it still looks like it's just province defense for the most part. We should be able to clean this up pretty easily. I don't even think our attentive statues have taken really that much damage at all. Like, those 3 are still at 15 hit points. And they're only supposed to repair when they're at a laboratory, right? Because I don't think I've had them in a laboratory ever since they've been on this campaign. So they've really taken no damage. That's why I'm really hoping the Enlivened Sentinels are just that much better. Because I'm really looking for my summons to carry this game for me. That's why I desperately need more magic sites. My god. But anyway, we won that fight. Scalaria versus Bandar Log in the Harem of Secrets. Alright, we have some ghouls. Ghouls with some legionnaires. I think those are Hastatus specifically. Yep. Some Hastatus. We have some more ghouls with Rosarius. Oh no, Ally Legionnaire. Okay. I think these are like auxiliary legionnaires. Yeah, from Conquered Lands. Some Praetorian Guard and a couple tribal people versus... Us versus Pythium in Mission Marshes. Alright, their province defense is very low, so it looks like we're going to be able to claim the province. Oh, we get to see the crabs in action, too. I don't think the slingers are going to be able to get through their very thick armor, neither will those javelins. There's very low chance of that happening. Let's see how they can do in a fight here. Alright, he took 1 damage. Yeah, they just absorb damage like none other. That's what their purpose is, in my eyes, anyway. And they did that pretty well. So having a front line of crabs, I think, is going to be great against Scalaria and Pythium. I keep going back and forth on how to pronounce it. Because of all the javelins that they have, so hopefully the cave crabs can just absorb all their javelins, and then the rest of our army can crush them. So that's another victory. So we are now sieging the castle. I doubt we're even... Oh wow, we are actually destroying the gate. I didn't think we'd have enough forces. Well, that's cool. Alright, anyway, we have Pangia versus us, and again, Ruins of Coal. They just will not let this province go. They're coming at us with some war minotaurs, which are scary units, but we have a pretty large army here of mostly summons and a very tough center infantry there with the defenders of the halls. So I think we should be okay. It looks like the minotaurs are going to go after the elementals, which is preferable to what I want them to do. The elementals have a better chance of surviving with their regeneration that they have. Yeah, I don't think any of them have fallen yet. And the magma children should clean them up. Yep, there we go. Nice. Again, the summons carrying me in this game. Let's see. Pythium versus Bandarlog in Field of Light. A very small force there versus a province defense of militia, mainly. Yeah, that's heavy infantry and... which one of these? Principes? I think they'll win this one pretty easily. I mean, militia, there you go, they already routed. The light infantry is the strongest that Bandarlog has. Heavy infantry outclasses them mostly. And of course the legionnaires there. Yep, there we go. Unless miraculously somehow the archers can deal some damage, get through the shielding. Nope. Nope. Didn't think they would. Okay, next is us versus Pangia in Road Strand. This is us trying to clear out the small Pangia forces left. This is the Klaus army. They have a bunch of light infantry, which I don't think are going to stand up to our defenders of the halls. Nope. Klaus is summoning some undead to help us. And this battle is ours. Battle in Ebon Altar between Pangia and Bandarlog. Oh boy. Well, no, I was going to say it looks more impressive than it really is, but no, it is an impressive army. A solid number of centaurs with cataphracts and lighter centaur cavalry in the back, but then just this long line of minotaurs and war minotaurs. That's scary. That's really scary. And again, the elephants are up front, and already routing because they're low morale, and they're trampling through Bandarlog's forces. Those elephants are also routing. They're worthless, man. At least the way that the AI use them, they're just worthless. It's just a waste of money, in most cases. Because I don't really think they properly support them or use them at all, really. And yep, so that's it. Bandarlog's gonna lose this one, it looks like. I'll speed it up a little bit more. I mean, heck, the Minotaurs didn't even really get into that fight, and they lost, so... Undefended province force of death's been conquered. Unexpected events, province resource plus 30 in Morocco. And now we're looking at a Scalarian castle that is guarded by mainly undead, which aren't that great. I actually think our army may be able to lay siege to that castle. Especially if we get this army, Klaus's army, down there as well, which I will be trying to do. Defense 18. I need to stop these centaurs. So I'm going to increase defense there. I will increase our defense in the swamp so that that army of 5 centaurs can't just go around and conquer things for free. I don't think... Well, I guess I should increase defense here, too. Okay, so... 24 resources. I typically try to stay away from the independent units. Yeah, I think I will continue to do so. Trying to think how I want to take these guys out. That's their largest army. Obviously. And I'm more worried about this castle, so what am I going to do? Because if I move Klaus down, we can take that army out, I'll move these guys up to just guarantee it, and then we can move that army in to try to lay siege to that castle. But then that, of course, leaves these 5 centaurs behind, with only one path to go through, which would be right there. But I'm not going to increase the province defense there, because if I lead this province and Scalaria attacks, I'm not going to have enough there to defend it, so it'd be just a waste of money. It would be very nice to have a castle over here. Let's see, Klaus. I think this army has just been staying put, so I'll move Klaus over here. And maybe I'll just spend this turn trying to search for a magic site for both of these guys. And then you will patrol. So now Klaus is going to go down here, take that out, hopefully. But that's a scary army, though. No, never mind. We're going to combine our forces and take this province out, and then go on from there. Let's hit Y. Hello? Y? Oh, right. Clicked on the wrong province. Okay. How is this set up here? Probably want the defenders of the hall like that. The attentive statues are fine. We'll put the elementals up there. We'll put the shard rights right there is fine. Just do that. A staggered line. Okay. I'm pretty confident these two armies can take that province. I'm actually confident one of those armies can take the province, but just be safe. Alright, enliven statues. Ah, they're pale ones. They're sacred? Well, that's interesting. 45 hit points, 22 protection, 12 attack, 10 defense. They need not eat, they are pierce and slash resistant. To my knowledge, most of the army of Scalaria is slash or piercing. I don't think any of them have any maces. I could be wrong about that. But I think for the most case, they're going to be slashing or piercing damage, so that's great. Poison resistant, never heals, right? Yeah, patrol bonus and dark vision. Huh. But we get 1 sentinel, whereas the awaken statue spell, or whatever that one was called, we get 2 for 4. Or we get 1 for 3. But I mean, this is a sacred unit. That's crazy. Huh. That is pretty cool. How many Earth Gems do we have left? Let's do this again. God, I need more gems. Enliven Sentinel. Enliven Sentinel. Enliven Sentinel. And we'll do Rook's Pack. That works out pretty well. What's my intake in Earth Gems here? Plus 11? Okay. Obviously we need more than that, but we do what we can. Folk, let's gather up... Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Let's gather up the troglodytes. Those that remain. We have an army of 80 coming at us. Mostly Maenads, Satyrs, Horned Serpents, and War Minotaurs. I think I'm going to move this army up and try to take that should I? It would be better to hold here if they attack this way, but I don't want this army going down into the valley. You know, those woodsmen wouldn't actually be a bad choice. I mean, Maenads have, I think, 0 protection. Satyrs don't have a high protection. Or Minotaurs do. But everything else doesn't. And the ghouls don't either. So that could work against Scalaria. 4 resource. Yeah, let's try and get some of these, I guess. We could also get a level 1 nature priest here. If I build the right buildings. Do I want to invest in this? Or do we just withdraw? Incoming resources aren't that high. Never mind. Never mind. I don't think it's really worth fighting for. We'll pull back folk to protect this castle. You are going to go on patrol. Gather up more of our troops. And it looks like that major army either moved that way or got separated, so that's good, because this is manageable. So that's good. Still putting a fortress there. Taking that. Again, I want to just be on the defensive in the south, and then offensive in the north. But I wanted to push these guys out of this valley at least. I want to hold this province right there. I wish this province was not connected to this one. Well, it is. Just have to deal with it. Let's get a couple ancient ones. And more Defender of the Halls. 18 resources left. I could grab a troglodyte, but I've been kind of ignoring them up here. Guess just do that. He'll go on the next turn's recruitment, I guess. 83 gold left. Guess that means we'll spend that down here. So since we have less gold than resources, I guess we'll go with the Agarthan heavy infantry instead of the Defender of the Hall. We can get more out of them. Yeah. I'm really shocked that we can take down those walls with this army. That's great. If we take this castle, that's going to be huge. So right now, my big concern is right here. If I try to hold this province, if I try to clear out this valley, I still have to contend with Scalaria with these giant armies here. And again, the swamp itself is not really worth it. This province is kind of worth it. Well, it is worth it. That would be cool too to have that. That would be decent, just looking at the income. It's just going to be hard with the numbers I have to hold these provinces. I need to find a choke point where I can hold off Pangia. So this choke point here would be 3 tiles long. Okay, that's where, yeah, that's where I need to push them to. I need to hold these two to hold off Pangia. But the thing is, I need to also worry about Scalaria. So in reality, I would need to hold there, and there to hold the south line against possible invasions from Scalaria. And then, of course, this will cut off Pangia from getting over here if I hold these two right there. I think it's going to be a little while, though, because I don't really want to deplete our forces here. I think we need everything here to keep this castle under our control. If we lose this castle, then we've lost the war. So I just need to build up my army here and continue to send them to the south, I guess. We're going to need another leader at some point, too. Oh, wait, no. We can just send you two back. Well, we'll send Pebbleborn back. You. We can't cast those two. We can't cast a cave crab. Oh, no we can't. Wrong terrain. Never mind. Well, in that case, I think you three have to just research right now. I don't have enough gems, man. I could also call Disciple. Let's do that. We'll help Bandarlog try to get their Disciple back. Earth Soul. I guess you just sit there. And we'll put you on patrol. Okay. So the army I'm building at our home province is going to be used to try and push out Pangia from the valley, and then hold off the choke point against them. And then I'll have to put another force to hold off the choke points against Scalaria. Ugh, so much to do. Okay. Battle and Wild Inspiration, we'll just kind of see how this goes here. Pangia wins. Bandarlog versus Scalaria. Looks like Bandarlog won. Battle and Field of Snakes. Let's hope this goes well. Yeah, we should be able to clear this army up pretty easily. Oh, we got Strength of Giants. Really? Cool. Alright, and the counterattack should hopefully kill most of those Minotaurs. Ah, a couple left alive, but that's okay. Our golems do not care. We have our undead at the bottom there, just wreaking havoc. Awesome. Easy fight. Battle in Cinder Path. Bandarlog. I'm not exactly sure. Do they win or lose that? Let's see. They probably lost. Well. Yep. More Minotaurs, too much. Pangia versus Bandarlog. I hate when I can't really tell. I think I think Pangia loses this, but let's just see. God. Those elephants at the top there. It did some damage, but then those Minotaurs just consumed them. But it looks like Bandarlog, wins this, so cool. Next we have Scalaria versus Bandarlog. And I would say that Scalaria wins that one. Pythium versus us, and we're trying to take out our sieging force. With some legionnaires, heavy infantry, more legionnaires in the back there. I think we should be okay. Cave crabs should absorb all their javelin throws. Although one did get paralyzed, poor little guy. Oh no! Don't lose the cave crab! Save the cave crab! Ah, those damn mages. But I'm going to say that we should be able to win. Yep, they are routed. Get the caster! Get the caster! Ah, darn. What did we lose? 2 magma childs and a cave crab. Alright. Unexpected event. Negative to our gold. Sneaky enemy was discovered and killed. We're still destroying the gates in mission and patrolling troops to kill some people. Okay. So now they just have this small army of 5 centaurs that are cut off from taking any of these provinces, so they can take that, which is okay. And this guy can also, I guess, take this province. Because I don't think I'm going to put any defense here. So now that these armies are combined, do I take the risk of trying to lay siege to this castle? It's 100 troops, mainly spearmen and ghouls. Lion Tribe archers I'm not too concerned about. Shadow Vestals, I am. Well, let's get these armies combined here. Put you right there. Put a couple ancient ones there. I guess they are fine where they're sitting. We'll combine these two. Is that enough? Well, what I can try too is have Golog and Klaus raise undead. So what I'll do, let's try this. We'll do hold and attack closest enemy. Oops. Actually, I guess you guys can go for the rearmost. And we'll move the lines down a bit. I want to try to create a hole for our summons to go through. Klaus will put you back here. Okay, so we'll have you guys... Yeah. Although he has Strength of the Giants, so... That's pretty cool. I think we'll have you cast Strength of the Giants a couple times, and then do some Ray Skeletons. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. Alright, here, let's gather up these troops. Give them to Pebbleborn. Alright, they need to be led by a Golem Crafter. Let's see, who do we want to give them to? Guess it doesn't really matter too much. Lars, I guess. The cave crabs can't be led by anybody. So you will go there. We'll do that. Sentinels. Go on a line right there. Lars, we will have you cast Blessing to bless our Sentinels. Then, I think just whatever you want to do from there on is fine. The Magma Children would be down here. And they will go for the rearmost enemies. Okay, but we still do have room for more troops. Lars has room for more magic troops as well, right? 30. Yeah, so I think we're going to hold off another turn before we actually move them. Alright, so let's cast more. Yeah, let's cast more Enlivened Sentinels for the Blessing. And then a Rux Pack. We have room for another Rux Pack. So you. There we go. Lothar is... Wow. Totally useless to us. Wow, he really is. Well, Lothar is going to take a long walk then and do some scouting for us. I don't like. There's no point in him existing. You can go over here, I guess. Okay, still putting the fortress there. Another army is coming up. Fernando's Footmen. God's Justice. Commands 50 men, demands 400 pounds of gold. And commands 23 men and demands 160. Because I'm thinking... Oh, but we can't summon them in a promise we don't own anyway. Darn. I forget that then. So we have 100 enemies, mainly pikeneers. That's kind of scary. That's really scary. I don't know if we can we take... we may be able to take that with these guys. In fact, I think I want these guys to get into the combat first, so I'm going to move them up. Because I'm sure this army's heading for us here. It's unfortunate that these passes are closed off again, so I can't send any more reinforcements. That sucks. Alright, well, let's recruit some more troops. Go with some more Ancient Lords. Do that. And, of course, recruit down here. Recruit another Attendant Oracle. 245 gold left. Well, I guess we can try to increase our garrison here. This is a very important province, after all. I really don't know what's keeping Scalaria back. Again, my only logical thought is that they just don't have the leadership to move all these guys at once. Other than that, then I guess just because the AI is dumb. Anything else I want to do? That fortress is going to help. God, if we can hold off this fight and take this fortress. I wish I could get more troops over there. Well, this mountain pass should be opening soon. I mean, it is spring. Well, we'll see. I think that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. I think we're making a lot of good progress here. We have most of this region under our control now. I feel pretty good about this fight, taking over this castle. This one, I don't know if we'll win or not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But we're slowly gaining more territory every turn, so that's better than where we were a few episodes ago. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care.